Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Aruba. Welcome to a beautiful, extremely beautiful day here in Aruba. Today we are at the BOCA PRINS, the Prince Bay. A little bit windy, a little bit wavy. We're not going to swim today, but I am going to take you for a walk here in the BOCA PRINS area and show you some of the highlights of this beautiful part of the ARIKOK National Park, the only national park that we have here on the island of Aruba. We are also next to the dunes of the BOCA PRINS and some folks checking this place out also. And more or less we are going to take a while before we can finish this walk, but hang in there. I'm pretty sure that you are going to like this one, and maybe for your next visit get an idea what to do, what to expect, how to walk, where you should be taking good notes of things. And I'm pretty sure that at the end of this video you will have possibly a good laugh. So hang in there, stick with me, and also read the signs that they have. No swimming. There is an undertow here, and of course we are at the north shore of Aruba, and this is where we got down from, and also part of the dunes. But we're gonna check briefly. The water looks amazing, very beautiful, very clear. I got my sun block today, and oh yeah, the water looks great. You could of course get your feet wet, but do not swim here. Apart from no swimming, it's just simply very rocky. I see a lot of stones under this part, and I already saw some crab hiding. Lots of crabs here. And this is also one of those bays that sometimes you could find like a turtle laying a nest. Not the case today, but something to keep in mind. And as we start to say goodbye for now to the water, to the great sound of the crashing waves and everything, I hope you are enjoying this video already as I am. Now it is pretty much a midday walk, which means it's going to be very sunny and very warm. But I chose this time of day not because of pleasure, but because I think it's probably the best time to show you around and to give you the brightest colors. Now there's a whole lot more than what I will be able to show you in this walk, because it is probably one of the most beautiful parts of the whole park. It is also a fairly large part of the park that if you're planning to do the walk, then you will probably spend a couple of hours here in this area. So parts of this I haven't walked myself, I have to be honest. So we are going to be like exploring it a little bit together and see that blue aqua lizard that I'm now learning that it is an endemic species to Aruba. Did not fully understand that always, but studies are still being done, of course, on all of the vegetation and all of the animals and insects and everything that call Aruba a home. And that's the interesting part of it. See the lizards having a great time running around in this part of the park. It's much less noisy and less windy in this area, so we should have no major issues with the sound moving forward from here on out. And I've heard from Marlene that she spotted some blue crabs in this area, and we're gonna take a brief look. I see some of the holes that they dig up, and most of the crabs will definitely come out at night. But if you're lucky, and again, we are at midday time, so a lot of the animals, except the lizards, they don't like to be around when it's very warm. And this is a very important thing, and good to see it here, because I don't recognize it immediately most of the time. But if you happen to see these signs, do not even touch this one. Do not stand under this tree during the rain. It is very toxic. The leaves, bark, and fruits of these trees contain a caustic sap, which may be injurious, oh my gosh, if touched, and can produce painful blisters. Avoid contact with this tree. So this is what we call here the manzanilla tree. So let's keep moving though, because there's a whole lot more to cover. And this is the fruit though. This is the one, especially, that you don't want to be touching. And I just did. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. So we are, first of all, trying to do a short hike to the Plantation Prince, which is the plantation that used to be here many years ago. And that's more or less our next stop. I see so many, or I can hear rather, right now, so many of the lizards running around. And if you have been watching my videos, I thank you for that, first of all. And if you have, you probably know that on several occasions I talk about some snakes that are on the island. Among others, the rattlesnake, which is definitely the one that you want to be careful with. We also have the Santanero, which is the smaller one, and you would want to avoid both of those. But at the same time, you don't want to kill those two, because they are native to Aruba and only found here. And also the boa, which is the largest one and the more common and well known all over. Wow. So the boa is often gotten rid of here on the islands, at least if you are familiar in doing so. Most folks will. Whew, what a climb. Most folks will take care of them, so to speak, if you know what I mean. So this is the Plantation Prince. So we're walking back from the bay towards, this road will lead to the entrance of the park, main entrance in more or less in Santa Cruz. Ooh, so apparently that was the worst part. I went downhill a little bit now. So if you are planning to visit the park and you are wondering about renting a 4x4, because I get that question a lot. Now the main reason, the very main reason that you would want to get a 4x4 vehicle is that you want to go to the natural pool. And excuse me if I'm pausing here and there, but I'm looking to show you guys a few things here. And I don't know if this is the best place to do it, but you can see how the layers are here. I don't know, I don't think this is the best example. But sometimes you get a really good thing, like a really good shot of the layers that were formed previously. Look at those cactus growing in just about nothing of sand, just on a rock almost. And there are more of them over there, and we are in a more or less the transition period where it will start to rain a little bit more. It did rain, I don't know if in this area, but it certainly at my house it rained quite hard actually, around 4 a.m. maybe. And but they are short bursts of rain, so like maybe 5-10 minutes, and that's about it. But it will pour usually. I usually say that in Aruba, it doesn't rain, it pours. But that's why maybe it's done quickly. See, there's some water, so it did rain over here too. But when it does, Aruba gets really green, really beautiful, and with some flowers here and there. And so it just looks totally different. So if you have been through the very dry season, which is probably between March and what would it be, like June, July, you probably have noticed how dry Aruba is. And then if you have been through more the end of the year or maybe the start of the year, you'll notice that it is actually quite green, mostly quite green, and the grass will get green and grow very quickly. And so it looks definitely different. Now this is the Plantation Prince, and not much to see here really, but nonetheless, I know some folks like abandoned buildings and such, and this used to be a fully functional plantation years ago, and it was mainly a palm tree, a coconut, and there was a how would I call it? So they got the plants of the trees got some infestation of something. I don't know. I can't recall the name right now. And then most of the palm trees, and you actually don't see even. Trying to look behind, but I don't see even one of them here. So yeah, that's why they just all died, and there's basically nothing left of palm trees in this area. But there used to be other trees, of course, a lot other things too. And this is one of those hiking trails that I have walked parts of it, and I had to Google parts of it, and I am seriously hoping that I can get to where I need to get. Oh no. Oh no. So, wow. Well, that happens. We do have some goats in the area, of course. And of course, they die just like everyone else. Are you kidding me? Look at this. I was just saying that there are no palm trees. I don't even know what these are actually, but they are parts of what appears to be palm trees. I am full of, oh my goodness, just a second folks. Let me get some of these things out of my shoes. Wow, okay, I gotta be watching out where I am walking. They look like large anacondas, don't they? But obviously old palm trees maybe trying to grow, and it's not happening anymore, unfortunately. So guys, I will go a little bit slower now because I just noticed that I am pretty much stepping on so many things I shouldn't be. And so while we are in between the seasons, you'll still see a lot of very, very dry vegetation. And I do see signs of what I do believe are the blue crabs, holes in the ground. They are larger than the usual. We're gonna take this hike and hopefully we are able to get where we should. I'm not gonna announce it yet because we are still ways away from it. But it's somewhat of a spooky trail again. Oh my goodness, I have some. Wow. Note to self. Never come in this area without my hiking shoes. Good things I have them, because so far so good. Oh, is this the tree that I'm not supposed to touch? I'm so not sure. Whoa. Okay. Just made it through that one. Very interesting. Large stone here, and as I walk I do keep an eye always for snakes. And no, I'm not trying to scare you guys. If you're afraid of snakes, probably shouldn't be hiking in Aruba. Probably shouldn't be, because it's a real thing. And while you don't encounter them on every hike, of course, I've done several hikes where nothing, but there are areas that they are certainly there are more of them than others. And for example, the Cascabel is definitely in an area where it is a little bit more dry, and the boa will probably be anywhere. Yes, I've seen them even around the Palm Beach area, and let them not lie to you, I have. And I haven't seen them alive though over there, but I have seen them where cars pass on them. And so yeah, you definitely can find those there. Now this is turning out to be, I don't remember if I've ever gotten this far on this hike. So this is turning out to be a pretty darn interesting hike so far. So if you are hearing that airplane, it's because the airplanes, let's see, I think I should go on this side, I do believe. I'm getting afraid that I'm not going to be able to get out of this one. Wow. This is going to be very difficult. Oh my goodness, look at over there. So the airplanes do fly over the ARIKOK National Park, and more specifically over the ARIKOK Hill. Trying to not touch any trees, just in case. That's a very wise thing to do usually. And the reason the planes do that is because the antenna for their navigation is situated on top of the ARIKOK Hill. I'm gonna try to, which way is easier? I'm gonna try this one. Wow. Oh my goodness. I just broke the park. I really didn't think that this hike was going to be this difficult. And especially walking with the camera. Not that it really is, but walking with the gimbal, with the camera is certainly not the easiest of things. But I do see a light at the end of the tunnel. Do I? I think I do. And hopefully this is the stairways to heaven. Who loves that song? Let me know below. I think it is. Wow, that was interesting. It sure was. And this will tell you that you are on a official trail of the ARIKOK National Park. And look at how this large piece of rock broke off. Hundreds, maybe 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, who knows how long ago. But in any case, it did. Woo! That was tough. Oh, I can hear some birds. I don't know if you guys can spot them. Wow, they're fast. They're really fast. So, if you are enjoying this hike, and I hope you are, because it's not been the easiest of mine. I hope you can help me by giving this video a like, subscribing if you're still not, and let me know below what are you thinking of it. I think it's great. I'm learning so much doing these videos, making these videos for you guys. Look at that tree. Isn't that beautiful or what? Not something you see every day in Aruba. And this tree, you see like it's bending that way. That's our local way of knowing which way the wind usually is blowing. Let's pass through here. Whoa. Gotta find a way to get out of here though. It's like a sitting area over there. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna try to get down there. I do see like a hiking path. Bear with me on these very, very sharp rocks. So I try to make my way to more of an easier ground and easier. Hey, no pressure here. What can possibly happen, huh? What can possibly happen? Nothing. Nothing, bro. So I'd rather stick to these type of paths, but I do hope that you did enjoy that part. It was very interesting. My goodness. I say my motto, one of my mottos is never stop exploring. And even for us Arubans or just locals, so folks that came here to make Aruba their home, there is so much to explore. And Aruba is so small, but we got so much to explore. Like if every weekend you could just take maybe one day and a couple of hours, just go check out, go to an area where you've never been before and explore it, like I will just in just a bit. I just spotted something and it wasn't part of the idea, but we're gonna take a brief look at it. It's amazing. And in the park, you can enter from the Father Piet or the San Nicolas, more or less the San Nicolas area. So you can drive to the San Nicolas and get in from there, and the road will be a lot better, quite frankly. Wow, okay. Sometimes you're walking and you're looking away. Look at crab all the way over here. This is great or what? No, I don't think I'll be able to. There's like a path, a secret passage, so you can go up. Oh my goodness, I see some. What the hell was that? Do you see the trails? Like right here. Might be a crab. It looks like something bigger. But it doesn't look like a snake, actually. It doesn't. But Hyro is not a park ranger, so let me not venture too much with my life, because I do believe that you guys appreciate me. So wow, interesting. Oh wow, what is this? Look at this. Oh, bats. Did you guys notice that? Those are bats. Those are not birds, guys. Wow. That is amazing. Now, that is, whew, it's so hot here. Let me put my sunglasses on. So we are near the Fontaine cave. You gotta watch out where I'm walking still. We are near the Fontaine cave, or the fountain cave, and that's where a lot of bats are. And it's so cool that I was able to film them briefly, because inside the cave you don't get that chance. So it might just be the first time that I've ever featured any bats in my videos. That's the first, probably. I don't recall any other. And we are actually going to like briefly get inside the Fontaine cave. We're not going to do much of the tour because we are going to end somewhere else, and but maybe this might be part of this whole cave. Or at least when you do the tour, they'll explain that the cave is very, very large, and as we can see, there are other entrances also. Well, entrances maybe not to the Fontaine cave, but to this area. Obviously I don't want to get inside because, first of all, I'm alone. I don't want to be, I'm afraid of snakes, folks. let me be honest, especially if I'm alone, I don't want to get bit by any snakes, and especially the rattlesnake, the cascabel. You don't want to be doing that. And second of all, I am very respectful of these areas, and I probably wouldn't have gotten so close if I knew that some bats are going to be like flying in or something like that. So they're probably flying in because they feel safe, that's their home, and let's always respect that part and keep the park, and keep not just the park but just the whole ecosystem here on Aruba, but more specifically the park, keep it safe. I do see another part which might look like an interesting area. Could I get maybe just a little bit closer? Maybe I can. Let's see if I can go here. And I'll probably not go too close, but I do want to, you know, just like briefly show you guys. Other areas here. Now these are parts that I don't recall having hiked here, but I may have, because when we were young, we were just like, we used to walk everywhere. And it wasn't a park back then, it wasn't an official park. And so back then we didn't, there were no restrictions, no rules, nobody to control. And right now, I think not just in Aruba, but just about everywhere in the world, people are more and more conscious of, you know, preserving our nature. Lots of birds all of a sudden, and we are getting, oh wow, there are many areas here. This is another one. Jeez. So this is one of the big reasons why the park doesn't have a restroom, and people just come here, do their thing, and leave everything behind. Great job, guys. I hope you are watching this video and feel very proud of yourself and your poop. I just don't understand people. I mean, I understand that can happen, and I have been critical, I think I have, of the park. At least I've told folks that the park should have restrooms and maybe a, how do you say it, like a restaurant and a bar. Well, a bar not necessarily, but something to drink. And to be fair, they do have these portable toilets now installed here, and which I think is, let's give them some credit where they deserve it. But I do hope that the park can continue to get better and better and better, and also have more and more information. We are approaching now the actual cave, the actual Fontaine cave. And as I said, unless there's no one inside, I will be quiet. But I do believe these two gentlemen will be heading in. I do believe. Maybe not. So, and it's dark inside anyway, so even if we do go, there's not much you can't see. Some folks are getting out. So the parking is here, and I do believe there is a hiking trail that continues on that side. I have not done that one yet. So many hiking trails that I have not. And one of those things that I also think the park has done a great job is to bring more and more hiking trails around the park to explore. Daddy. So the park rangers are just to our left. Just said hi to the guys, and also my compliments to them. You know, it's not an easy work. It's tough to be in the field the whole day and to keep order, keep people, make sure that they are following the rules and such.
With the stuff, yeah.
So I do see a lot of folks here, but this is more or less where our walk will end, but we will not end yet, as of yet. This is the final part. And let me first start off by showing this part. So this is natural water, so from the ground. And there are, if you are not familiar with this place, there are fish. There are fish and goats around this area. So it's fresh water, not salt water. And let's see if we can see some of the fish here. Now we can see some of the goats over there.
Mama, die grote wijten. Zo, nou die grote die zijn eng. Die grote zijn heel eng.
So this used to be part of a plantation. I cannot remember the plantation's name right now, but this is not the BOCA Prins. The BOCA Prins is the other one. And you can still see some, you know, looks like some banana trees or plantain, probably banana, and some other stuff. And so I am going to try to go on this side and see if I can take off my shoes and show you guys part of this craziness. So these fish will so let me go sit on the other side.
Ik heb er echt 20 aan mijn voeten hangen. Het zegt wel wat over mijn voeten.
Groter naar mij.
Even kijken waar.
Volgens mij zijn alle bacteriën.
Mama, nu zit er.
Al mijn bacteriën zijn er.
Kunnen hier gewoon heen en weer zwemmen en...
Man, kijk
It
dan.
is of course very, very ticklish.
They like your feet.
Yes.
Put them down all the way.
I was here last week, so I know they do.
Nee, ze zitten aan.
But it doesn't get easier. Oh, not the big ones.
You don't like the big ones?
Kijk dan, allemaal kleintjes.
Die
Het zit allemaal aan die aarde.
So
Kijk
most of
dan.
the fish come to my feet, whatever that means.
Fish over here, you don't get, but they're plenty. There's still plenty. There's a bigger school over there, but Yeah, there's a lot of little babies. They
So
check
this
it.
is the
The baby
place
ones
that
tickle
you
you.
would
Ze gaan
come
nu allemaal
to
bij mij.
do this.
Kijk dan, die man daar. Zit er
I'm
heel
gonna try to
veel.
keep it in. Oh my god. No.
Kijk dan, nu gaan ze naar mij.
The big ones kind of just hit and run.
Ja hoor. Partij zit er.
Oh my gosh.
Does it feel funny? It will. Does it feel funny? It feels funny, but they don't bite your live skin. Depends how clean your feet are.
So guys, I hope you liked this video. It was very fun to make, and this is, you know, right next to the Fontaine cave. A lot of folks do not know about it, so they visit the Fontaine cave and then they forget to come here. Well, if you are very ticklish, I don't recommend it. But it is, in any case, a fun moment for sure. And nothing further to add to this beautiful walk and this beautiful day. I'll be walking back to my car and heading home and taking a relaxing day the rest of the day. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment below. Share this video. Bye bye, folks. Till the next time. Thank you for watching.
5, 6, 3, 4.